If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm... If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Is there anything I can do for you?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli...
Doesn't the Northland Bank? Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about... We had better go and make...
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards? Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit...
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything...
What in the world are...
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than even boulders that can until one drizzly day. I stood motion.
Oh, Zhang...
But as I began to consider was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in, so I feigned my own death. and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept, that's right.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine power?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue.
In the end, the resolution to all that has... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
Tes. Ada mikanya itu enggak? Coba deh.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return...
Fine. I'll meet you there later.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Hyman has no idea what could be a good trade for a
Okay.
Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands, my agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the G. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Sorry ya kalau lama, soalnya nikmatin aja.
Scry the sky. Scry the sky.
Finding treasure is pretty exhilarating.
Burik gimana, Kak?
Well, so Rex Lap. Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child. Fatui? Shh! Lower your voice.
Sembala ini ya.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
I got supplies.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. That still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person be?
Forget it. Guess it...
Coba di ini Bang Krewa apa? Dinaikin kualitasnya Bang. Kayaknya masih kualitas ngikut dari datanya itu. Soalnya aku lihat di sini kondisinya udah bagus kok.
Hear ye all! The Chi sings words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common. Gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow, rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Lyra to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Ini udah aku kurangin. Masih bagus nggak?
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said.
Oh, tunggu dulu. Nah, fokus guys, sabar. Nonton dulu. Mereka bilang Rex Lapis tidak dibunuh. Mereka bilang Rex Lapis hanya naik ke surga. Iya, ke surga kapan?
The Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh. Look, it's Ningguang and Kuchi. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Lyra, were indeed prosperous. The long, unending dream of our... Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuhang have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yes, she really is looking our way.
Yeah.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liu
Yalah muda kak, masa tua kak? Deh. Isu-isunya itu. Ya mulai lihat, gagak memang. Deh.
Well, could you help me put up some missing...
Baru Pak dengar kisoran. Dari selama ini baru Pak dengar kisoran. Dari selama ini baru Pak dengar kisoran ini orang.
Rex. Now that perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might...
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here. But it seems as if those perfumes, well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in...
Bukan ini, di sebelah nenek kah? Tahu, lihat itu nenek. Jam-jam 2 pi ku temani kau main, kumpul miresin kah? Selesai sama saudara itu apa? Selesai sama itu yang apa namanya? Yang 9 pilar kah? Sesana pale lawan nah. Tapi ibu mandi karena jago jatuh jadi ya gimana kan gitu ya. Sudah mah itu yang 9 pilar kah? Ndak ada itu. Bisa mami. Tapi masalahnya kalau kuubah ki ini MC ku jadi jadi tanah, berarti tidak ada yang nginku dong, satu mana yang nginku? Ada warna tungkol begitu. Bagaimana kan tidak bisa kan tidak diubah dulu begitu ya? Resinku banyak mi, nih 150 mi. Tadi ku pai-pai karena aku bilang tadi malam pukul itu mana ya?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Tuh, kenapa?
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3... Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shin.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinyue kiosk.
Iyo, itu juga ndak ada healerku. Pusing toh juga saya ini. Biar mida bom aja makanan itu menggunakan toh panci toh jadi bikin toh makanan.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my...
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely... The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhong. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the war for Zhongli...
Weh, mau makanya ke Inazuma ini ya.
Shouldn't you know...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, but if a person shows true strength of... This is what visions are. Magical foci.
Uh-huh. That's how people
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating...
Vision hunting?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of...
They want to seize visions? But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
About that, before the Cheesing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking me for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a
air 36 mah dekat mi.
Was there anything else you wished? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way.
Hei, ada yang temani gue. Iya, si Bajiko. Ada deh banyak lagi misi di bawah. Ini malah susah ini. Udah selesai dulu misi ini, misi biru. Mana yang itu? Tapi deh, jangan bicara kotor di sini. Soalnya langsung dulu deh. Daripada 3 kali. Oh, di atas kita lagi. Udah tahu. Alhamdulillah. Sedikit-sedikit deh.
I got supplies.
Caranya masih cara standar, Kreva duluan bahasa kotor, jorok sekali mas. Kami emang injuk Kreva itu, nggak tahu masalah nih itu kan. Sama nah. Perkenalkan saya dulu siapa nama anu ngaseng begitu supaya aku tahu kita begitu apa kan teman sabar puna banyak minta link bukan link bokep link YouTube B sabar puna surah share di IG sabar nah ini memang itu Krewa jorok sekali jadi orang Tunggu dulu, Nasura tag di IG, jadi sabar-sabar kok guys. Mana Minjo? Tautan. Sudah Mina? Nggak ada Mina lagi. Ada ke giveaway? Ada Cika. Nanti pi. Apa mau giveaway? Nasong kalau bagadan nantang. Jatonji ya. Ini mau main game atau gimana kah? Mau kak main game ini sebetulnya cuma sekali chat kak. Nggak tahu juga. Nah belum pitompi kita terkenal nama Tommy ceki. Tunggu ambil kak misi, mas sekali misi dibawa. Tadi habis misiku, sekarang banyak lagi. Ada juga misi lari-lari. Ya, suruh pokok. Sabar kok. Saya selalu selesaikan ini semua dulu. Ini semua dulu. Baru ini. Baru kerja satu kali. Daripada capek-capek. Saya ada kayak satu deh. Nggak ada nih. Nggak ada nih. Salah. Bicara. Allahu Akbar. Nasur alaika monster.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smooth? Is that another person to...
Yep, and it's even...
Yes. Let me consult a...
blind. Wait, do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like...
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger...
Serious?
That stranger declined nonetheless.
Kenapa misi utama yang jalanin dan tidak mau dulu misi utama?
Adventurer indeed. He would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the well, as to he stands guard. I wish you every...
Biasanya bilang ada strawberry. Tuh tidak mau kesini dulu le. Mana kak? Halo? Di mana? Bookkeeper Denzel. Catherine dari Adventure Guild Monster memberitahu bahwa ada bodoh amat. Langsung nih, yes.
Honorary knight. Is something the stranger with him. He was wandering. Lost as long as Master Jean is here. There's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no? Anyways, oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried telling him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
Bicara-bicara kok anak. Yang minta Tommy kayak ditemani. Minta Tommy kayak ngobrol-ngobrol.
What? You need something? Here. Can't say I've heard of it. Even at a look for Knights of the Guild to get hold of them. It's the only place to be.
Saya balas di WA atau di mana? Capek kak. Di situ mungkin, di YouTube kok. Ada.
Let's go to the angel share and have a look.
Contohnya juga jiggle di sini pala ya.
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Lo masih anak-anak bos. Dia mau kasih lu
That
lambur.
I have. He comes even sometimes. I don't know what.
And what's Master
Why,
investigating it?
if you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today too.
Iya.
There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
Tes. Oh, ada ya. Saya kira berkurang. Iya ayah, makasih ayah. Pergi ke lantai 2 Raven duduk menunggu di dekat pagar pembatasan. Mana kah? Di sini kah? Kamu dan
Welcome, sir. The wine that you
Wih,
previously
sama
ordered is here.
ini ya. Memang.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
Ih, pengen nonton kepo na. Mendongeng kok supaya bisa orang na temani tidur. Memang cara mau kak mendongeng tidak ada. Deh. Ada mau kok? Kerewa. Wih, ini orang asing ya. Weyonge, lama tanda jumpa. Gimana kemana kang? Dikit cumi kah?
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over
Halo. Oh, Kerewa.
So,
that little one beside you.
that's not true.
It's indeed a good... My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have... Sure,
He was so cool.
but I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and the 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the question. That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation.
Thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now.
Wait. Hey.
The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude.
Ada Mi.
I only wish to know what your choices are. You need question.
Apa?
The crisis
Kumur-kumur kok.
Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and I know everything that Well, answer the question.
Demi kemenaka nga. Oh, Dedeo. Salam sama kemenaka nga.
Is that your answer?
Ganti na kemenakan nunge. Anak-anak nunge serius kak.
Rex Lapis, who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future?
Huh?
Now that they've lost their deity.
Dak ku dengar
So
ki
that's your answer.
Risma.
Now for my final question.
Ini mati sih tuh.
Hah?
Kayak angin di mic mo.
And those who did
Kenapa Mek kok?
do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods? So,
Oh, tak kalah di anu masa jadi
you're different from her.
ayo wawancara anak kah? Betongi juga. Kayaknya karena nama yang jaringan na juga. Kerewa jadi begitu mi.
I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am
Jam
currently on a
jam
journey.
11 pale.
You intend to find your sibling. What? Though I have come to Mondstadt,
Kenapa kamu main ini Genshin Impact?
abyssal being, one that
Whoa!
Meningkat po.
We haven't encountered.
there's some
Huh?
reason behind that, I'm afraid.
Meningkat po.
Possible that they may
Ya, jantung kidoli ya, guys.
Dangerous.
that manner. It's just well then.
Meningkat
Let's
po.
go see for ourselves, shall we?
Jantung dulu nih kan nanti
Let's meet up
pi ya.
at the temple. Perhaps your questions about
Putus-putus ki pasti suara aku itu. Kerewa. Putus-putus kapan suara aku itu? Tadi karena apa aku sinyal air tuh masa air kak ibu masa air kak tadi iya sholat asar kak tadi aku lupai maaf
this abandoned temple does
Ih, kayaknya,
reflect
Bu.
the west. Though it can soar in the wind. It opened.
supaya apa-apa mi herota ya iyo Discord mah juga ini ndak ji bu terisi mi termos ada ji temannya di Discord noto ji Risman itu temannya tapi kerja tongi jadi setengah mati tongi apa-apa mi herota ya oh heroku ini heroku aku kalau kubah kini anginku MC ku tuh berubah jadi tanah tidak ada yang angin nah jadi saya mati nah guys nah panjang apa ini kue sarkon anu di krewa di panjang ini kue sarkon
Iya tuh. Coba cewek lagi ngomongin. Tuh juga.
iya tapi kalau di Discord kan tidak ada tambah uang atau nah yang di apa iya jembe dulu sebentar Hah? Hilangin Discord ku kah suarana? Iya memang delay ki, ku kasih delay ki supaya bagus ki kualitasnya di YouTube kah? Atau Discord ku yang delay?
It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the abyss would look like. Do they look something like the abyss mages?
Nggak ada pale senjatanya ini aneh. Tetap kidile memang. Kalau live kah lagi di Discord tuh banyak sekali. Aku pasti komputer kah.
Kita undang Yongi di Discord.
Iya.
Yongi. Gimana dia kalau ada yang
apa? Tunggu dulu. Sabar kok. Perang.
belum kena klik. Kan tapi nomor.
Nah, kita hijau nomor nonge. Nah ganti make apa?
Nomor dulu aja ada.
Astaga.
Kamera Nemesis main apa lagi?
Iya, Nemesis.
Kira lo kita ya?
Deh, mahal ki bos. Mahal gitu ya.
Lo kita kemarin tapi 720 aja.
Iya, ini dapat ji 1080. Sudah ku hapus Discordku, teh. Sudah hapus be Discord nonge. Nah bilang. Iya, nah hapus ki. Deh, nomor aku kah istri nu kah? Sampai nu hapus kah? Sampai nu tinggal ke anak-anak kah? Ya tahu gara-gara itu. Toh? Ini aman je, kerewa aman je. Tadi marah je sama istri nah. Toh, kerewa toh?
Mas Tani.
Ada ji suara Discord no di situ di YouTube kah? Lah aku perhatikan yang bilang. Oh, hujan ini. Itu pala efeknya itu batu. Daging perlu ah. Anda ada healerku. Lanjut. Umatir deh ngomongnya. Setidaknya ngobrol-ngobrol di Discord teh. Deh. Endo tongki itu.
Stabilize. This is order.
Nggak mati bede. Aduh, telat kak. Apa? Kayak mau tambah jaringan ini ya. Putus-putus ki ku denger.
Berapa BTS dah?
Hah?
Berapa BTS? Berapa BTS?
Tidak, karena ada tadi disuruh pakai es. Iya.
Just a few abyss mages. Seems like the herald would have already left. The abyss. It is
Kenapa?
chaos,
Putus-putus suara lu.
and it is also destruction. It is a mirage that.
Putus-putus
Are
sih.
creatures of the...
You know a lot about you.
I suppose that's as far as chit-chat go. Judging by the traces
Wih,
of
delaynya hampir setengah menit.
their next appearance,
Iya,
may be
memang.
later, perhaps we may find our abyss
Kalau
tower
ndak aku
there.
kasih delay itu jelek kualitasnya. Karena kan kemarin semua kendalanya karena kualitasnya jelek. Jadi setidaknya bisa ke live sampai selesai begitu.
Berapa FPS kau bagi?
30.
Dan sekarang ini.
Andai kan ada Excel Home tuh enak Ji.
Excel Home di.
Iya.
Mau juga ganti kayaknya Excel Home di rumah.
Kalau Arji kayaknya itu kuliah di Anuno, di Asmo. Kuliah apa? Tiang Excel Home.
Berapa angka?
Apa?
Tunggu dulu, kuliah dulu paketnya.
Lihat dulu. Kalau Excel Home itu 350 kalau nggak salah. Iya bagus mini kualitasnya. Itu mi aku masuk CC juga kalau ditambah lagi tuh karena bagaimana di kalau mau tambah lagi biaya lagi saudara. Tapi oke mi ya sebetulnya ini kurasa.
Itu biasa di BP. Kita pergi ke BP.
Ah.
Misalnya, organ sudah terus.
Kalau ada genshin no siapa ini kak? SK Flone. Ayo main nih. Karena berdua aja biasa main sama Kerewa. Kan dulu. Sana kalau mau balas tongi di WA. Ya kan?
Apa lagi lah? 3 menit. 3 menit later.
Sudah lah. Kabar kok. Bagaimana caranya kasih keluar ini yang dandelion? Apa? Apa lagi namanya ini? Yang anu Yang tanaman ini? Pakai angin pika? Ada akunku tapi ndak ada gamenya. Ai, pace. Tidak nak kasih ada lah. Ndak berat-berat amat ji main di PC mo. Ini saya ndak kok kayak anuku dia apa di HP jadi main di PC ya. Oh pakai angin pale di muka aku buram. Iya kameranya saudara mengerti mami ki begitu memang kamera ya. Disembur ki pakai Oh iya. Tapi itu yang aku maksud tadi kalau misalnya ku ubah ki kan ada mesinnya itu diubah ki ini MC atau jadi tanah jadi geo. Tidak ada mi anginku dong. Tidak ada mi anemoku. Gantilah. Gimana cara mau diganti? Ada uang.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only. No, nor does it know me. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. Alright, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
Well, where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these...
Indeed. See that? Look, knowing what
Bisa
I do of the Order's
bisa
habits, they probably
diganti-ganti.
left similar
Baru
marks
itu ya.
behind elsewhere.
Tipal deh. Apa lagi disuruh cari ini? Wih, banyak batu-batu guys. Tidak mau saya meninggalkan sesuatu yang harus diambil semua. Oke, sulapku. Langsung tak dapat semua. Bisa dipungut tanpa memukul. Saking jagonya ke upa-upa dapat om ini. Deh, satu kali. Kenapa?
Jam berapa nih?
Jam 11.47. Main lagi lah. Siapa ini karena mana? SK Flone. Oh iya, Flone. Berdua aja biasa sama Kreo. Apa?
Berapa grup Makassar?
Warna apa grup Makassar?
This really has been around here. Yes! Where do these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Allah.
Apa di daerah tinggi?
Ya pasti air-air kikinasin. Nah, main-main sama kita.
Sabtu malam, Minggu malam, kumpul di Discord.
Bikin.
Shadows of fate. Nice and spicy.
Dedekku dong, banyak tadi ku bikin darah, mau nih habis seng.
Dan dia mau gue masker karena kalau masuk dokter jangan berhenti duluan.
Aduh.
Yang mungkin di akun satu kok.
Iya, jangan masuk deh. Balas si Bella kalau masuk ya. Kita kudung tidak ada pihak apa-apa. Nanti kayak jadi bahan bulian dia.
Ayat 53, ayat 57, 58, 54, 52, 50 per terus.
Tapi bos, masuk ke saya yang paling rendah.
Ada pengumuman.
Bisa ada pada ini.
Tes dulu ini.
Aduh, susah aku dong kalau tidak ada pemanah.
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kinda scary. Let's beat them up first.
hampir berubah.
Check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the abyss.
Nah suruh kayak lawan lagi nih Wolf tadi.
Have you finished searching? I searched around but they were left behind. It seemed we should leave as well. No. Let's get a move on that.
Oh tidak. Panjang ini kus. Salah ya. Aduh salah kak, tak close ke genshin kok. Salah tekan kak. Salah tekan kak kacona. Salah tekan kak. Salah tekan kak kaconya. Yang jelek na di minimize. Kau tekan ke tanda kali. Aduh. Rusak. Kenapa tonjok salah tekan? Aduh loh, tahu kok. Waktu leseng grafik nah, aduh. Mana minta tadi itu? Yang ini enggak? Oh ya ini. Sabar guys nah, atur lagi grafik. Gara-gara salah tekan. Mommy full resin kok. Berapa?
Bentar lah.
Sabar guys. Sabar ya. Aduh yang
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's lair. But I suppose that this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point. In fact, if my memory serves, this ruin has had largely nothing to do with that dragon for a long time. The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of Old Mondstadt, the dragon of the East had yet to fall, much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
Oke tuh. Karakterku beda bagus-bagus beda krewa. Dibilang hoki, upa sekali kada apa. Upa kali nih aku dapat nih. Mau ku saya aja mau ku chat ke di WA semua. Chat di sini mau ku. Supaya rame-rame tongi guys.
Kita kirim tempat.
Teja masuk.
Itu biar di daerah yang rendah.
Deh. Bilang ku kan nggak diterima kah yang ada Zhongli-nya sama Monanya kah?
Betul lah kurang.
Hop.
Dan ada lupa kita selesai.
Lebih sakit Mona kurasa daripada Baido. Aduh. Aduh salah.
Coba lagi. Baca komik.
Berat nih. Kenapa kayak tambah berat semua langsung kurasa lawan apa? Hancur bisa gue. Dong li. Masuk lebih dalam ke Storm Lair. Astaga, datang-datang yang ini apa deh ini? Situ balik. Nah, selalu tuh pemberitahuannya itu leki karena jaringan. Begitu-begitu.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there. Bubba, get them!
Stabilize. Stabilize.
To ashes!
Delve into destiny. I'm the right man. It's
Gather. Solidify.
decided by destiny. You're toast!
Order guide you. Gather.
Back off!
Solidify.
Eyes on me! Get them! Back at ya!
This is order.
I got supplies.
Siapa ini? Taufik Hidayat. Halo guys. Oh, itu SMA kayak ini nih.
Solidify.
Nice and spicy. Back off!
Stabilize.
Power that ended Python!
PUBG cak. Sebentar guys. Aduh lag kak.
Written in the stars.
Sebentar guys, PUBG guys. Sebentar guys.
Still couldn't find that abyss herald.
I wouldn't call not having to get. How good it would be if all perils once upon a time, yes.
And where are they now?
She no longer. I'm afraid that traveling.
Oh.
I still.
Yeah, hey! What? Either way, we should settle down in a place.
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should.
What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be. Whichever it is, we can reach the top of that.
Whoa, game moves really fast, doesn't he?
Tunggu, kenapa kayak jauh sekali nih misinya
Let's use
ya?
that wind current nearby to catch up.
Bes dunia aja tapi kenapa panjang sekali? Allah Akbar, apa kok bikin di atas itu? Dari situ kak, ke sana kan nggak bisa. Apa? Panas ki komputer kucak kayaknya. Apa lagi? Ke dunia baru lagi kah? Iya semangat ke sana. Semangat kak di sini. Tsunami.
There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from my traveling.
Halo bang, halo. Kenapa kayak lihat kan nama langsung emosi begitu tuh kayak mandi. Kayaknya kayak saudaraku, nama saudaraku gitu ya, Cangkil. Gitu ya. Bisa jadi Cangkil saudaraku ini yang di PUBG begitu ya. Baik sekali bela orang nih ya, tapi mandi. Sudah ku bilang.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out. Huh? You mean you're sick? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of.
Harus ramah bang. Iya, maaf ya bang, maaf bang. Ramah aja ini ramah mak sama temanku ini. Bang mabar bang. Ya besok kita main PUBG. Ayo. Tapi udah 4 orang main PUBG-nya, udah ada tim juga. Maaf ya. Aku mainnya sama ente Cangkil, Matt Murdoch sama Alvin Madafaka itu temanku. Ke dunia baru ini kah? Bisa jadi ke dunia baru, kan tidak bisa. Tidak bisa beda. 3.000 dibawa sekali. Mana itu? Jauhnya, astagfirullah. Tiara bentar. Malek Kima, man I love you Kima, mama tidak ada kita cerita. Sukses selalu bang. Ya siap Cangcil. Makasih. Abang Cangcil juga sukses selalu ya.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
I got supplies.
Duh, bentar.
Children, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, no. In fact, my old...
A gift? For Paimon?
When you traversed my old teak, that's simply... Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? I will not go into the teapot that you entered previous.
So, in the eye...
Oh, indeed, the teapot. But that's enough nostalgia.
That's right.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no... What's more, I doubt that you would know how to... Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks. You would have to dig downward, but almost no one has been able to find anything more different. In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an adepti trap. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they...
Yes.
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like...
Maybe so. Who can say? A fair...
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. Yanfei, I believe you...
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you became one of Liyue's most wanted before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chising. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, allow me to introduce myself. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details if you have an urgent issue.
All right, Yanfei, all right. You'll have to excuse Yanfei.
An adeptus? I guess. He mentioned that he once campaigned with the Rex Lap they had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped.
Well, that's a bit casual for...
Well, my dad did. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. The chasm's been sealed off.
Is that so, Yanfei?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000... Hold on a moment.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What can...
Commercial consultancy. Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus jadeite, or might have an idea of, oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk...
Wow! An Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Best we be a little more careful than usual.
Males jalan.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good.
You're too kind.
Well, yes, as Miss Yanfei.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really there?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhu Qiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine. This penalty of 10 times.
Guaranteed genuine? With 10 times the value.
Of course. This way, but...
In that case, might you know where Miss Xiao lives?
Oh, of course.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be...
Lagi ini.
Whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? My associates and I are very...
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I spent so much money on them. My family... We now have a backlog of paid-up work. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and that's what the hairpins were for. But now that I've lost the hairpins...
Why does Paimon have a...
Would you really? Hold on. Don't run up.
Huh? Well...
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said true.
Right. I finished reading the contract. Furthermore, the contract, and given the rarity of
even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However, all of this...
Did you really have to pause? Whichever way you look at it.
Except that if we found the hairpin...
Please. Please, however much it is, now that it's come to this,
Yes, legally speaking, it's... So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow.
What did I feel? My family has seen much...
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing.
Scry the sky.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you... You lost it. Are you...
I'm sorry. Truly, I am. I'll pay the compensation at...
Mora! Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that I just don't...
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus Jadeite inlaid into the hair...
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back...
Thank you very much.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so...
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins...
What do you mean?
I
you implying that you...
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be Mr. Chow. Did you add any?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces, and if I have deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite in him.
That's the case. We should go confront him.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly...
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Feels like Yanzei is even more...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to any work commissioned, but not bound by a
I understand. Then...
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad...
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract.
I've had to read through everything.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how I don't believe you have been part of an investigation.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate also. The idea of someone abusing the law. But again, let's not dwell on this. Ah, I've got it. Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
I got supplies.
Bang Randi, iya, Bang Amri Hermawan.
No, nothing of the sort.
A Snezhnayan merchant named Krasuli. That was the first. He was quite generous.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Halo, Bang.
deceive me. The cross sections and yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that
A thin layer of separate...
If you must see for yourself.
Is that so? Well, so, did you find anything?
Saking lag-nya. Lag guys.
Huh? If my eyes don't... Yes.
Oh,
I've heard it said...
A thin layer...
If you must see for your...
Is that... So, did you find anything? So they really...
There's nothing special to it. If these two don't, there may be only a subtle and...
All right, let's...
But...
Unusual actions haven't...
Gara-gara lag.
Miss Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
Gara-gara lag.
Yes,
Then I have...
of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossel...
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yan.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
Is this hard evidence to back us up?
On the contrary, this is... If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it!
Well, that was quick. How can we know?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very... But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. As such, legal advice...
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you...
Yes, well, that's no obstacle, because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You meant...
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know? Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look...
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble. Has a merchant by the name of
Crosol. The design of this order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's any...
Miss Xingxi,
Yes, I'm sure Mr. Crosol wasn't... I also kept a copy for my own records. See, for the inlaid gemstone is required.
Thank you, Xingxi.
Sure, it isn't...
Nothing you need to worry about.
Just why is everyone's first reaction? Oh,
I believe we have...
the weirdo with the...
Because... Oh, once we have this final...
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
Oh, yang dekat. Aduh, lagging. Nggak ada. Staminanya kelihatan.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs.
Leg,
And
guys.
it isn't Miss Yenfei as well. Now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they
Siapa yang
fall
dorong?
ill. Worst
Setiap
case
sekali
scenario, they'll
menonton.
suffer great
Makasih, nak.
changes in personality. Anyway, I'm sure you
Walaupun
I
agak lag
suppose
juga
that you're
sih,
about to ask me to
sorry.
write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related.
You needn't.
You're
Makasih
too kind.
nih. Sorry mami, agak lag. Disuruh lagi bicara, astaga, nah sudah mah tadi. Jaringan lag banget. Lag sangat tuh. Gak tahu kayak di home ya Tuhan. Padahal aman giping. Kita ulang dulu coba. Itu kenapa lag sekali? Ih, sudah, astaga.
I got supplies.
My. To what? And if it isn't Miss...
No, I'm...
Smaragdus Jade, the Seven Mountain Tree. It is abundant in... Anyway, I suppose that you're...
That is indeed the case.
No trouble at all. But after I gave... I wonder, Miss...
You needn't concern yourself about...
You're too kind.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Makasih ya yang nonton, satu orang. Sumpah nggak apa-apa kok. Kayak gabut aja juga
must
live.
rid themselves of material desires.
Senang
Only by
aja
ridding
kalau
oneself of
live
clutter
live.
Can one see the true world around them?
Mau ada penonton atau enggak nggak apa-apa. Intinya aku nggak ngemis-ngemis aja. Oh, di atas. Privat kayaknya. Kasih reportnya super, gak mau menangis tapi thank you saudara. Intinya nggak nangis ya. Aduh ya Allah, jatuh kak. Kasih nah. Sumpah berarti sekali lah yang nonton juga. Makasih banget.
Miss Yanfei?
Yes, my investigation
satu
is
orang
indeed
dia, nggak
concluded.
apa-apa.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing...
Seriously? In any case...
That's an
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as
But hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing.
This document proves...
You know, you...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do... Traveler, would you do the honors?
Well,
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth sustained contact, Mr. Crossell.
I...
No idea, you say? I'm afraid that this... However, Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I trust that you'll give them your full...
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite...
Huh? No,
aren't actually inlaid, you do... Mr. Crossell.
Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now. It's like...
I admit it. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. But after receiving it and carrying... I went to Burufa. That's why I had another pair of hair. I kept the real Smaragdus jade. I was worried that someone would see through it. Which is why...
Exactly! If they...
I didn't want to. If word got...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what...
10 times.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract...
20%? That's as much as I...
Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was...
Ms.
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me?
What? But...
Miss Yanfei,
Well, that's not...
Thanks
Ya,
so much for your help
makasih.
this time, Miss...
Oh, come on. No need to
Makasih.
stand on ceremony.
Sayang.
Now, if I may confirm this again... Well then, that's good.
Makasih ya.
Mr. Crossell,
Jangan main nonton habis kuota nanti.
Actually, I could see from the hairpins if we could join forces.
Semangat, nah.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants.
Exactly.
The right solution to... The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her inadeptus.
Habis kuota
Liyue
nanti
Harbor is now a
nanti
city ruled by humans. The title of adeptus, in any case. Don't you think that the Liyue Harbor...
Ainon can think of someone who would definitely...
Well, since we got what we came for...
Habis.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
Ya, main nonton kah habis kuota nanti sayangku. Kampret. Bukan Tom begitu ya, astagfirullahaladzim.
You've returned.
Good. Well, if we're all...
Oh, you.
I'm off then. Bye. Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the... I've been looking into the...
Come now, child.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so... Yanfei might be overlooked. Lira is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on.
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it. Oh, goodness. Who knows? Take these blueprints with you as well.
Wait a minute, Gran.
Oh, you need...
Gimana pala? Iya, kemana? Kemana? Kemana?
Divination is... precisely foretelling one's written destiny.
Masuk ke dalam pot dong. Maksudnya bagaimana nih bentuk alam? Oh.
Teapot seems even bigger inside than huh? But there's just a whole ton I can't do still. Oh, wait.
Jelajari ke seluruh area. Oke, guys.
Wow, it seems that we have a visitor. It's a huge finch! Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am, Oh, call me. I suppose you may call... So you're the little... Madam Ping? You may leave all
Ya,
night.
makasih
Your journey
Rifat.
may be far from home.
Siapa lah ini? Satu orang solo nonton nggak?
This way.
Saya kira kau tadi Rifat, nah serius kak.
We teapots, you may consider me. Now, allow... Have you any boot as long as you have a
Siapa ini?
blueprint?
Satu orang dia solo nonton kak. Kalau bukan kau Rifat.
Yes, these are the boot. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare, then simply release. Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside. I doubt it. He said this world is not a golden eye. I hardly remember myself. Well, let's not. If there's any...
Oh.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed.
Okay.
Nor can it be reversed.
Oh, I told
It
you.
can only but be accepted.
Oh, kayak gini. Kayak Kamen The Sim City. Siapa yang nonton kayak ini, guys? Aku bilang item bintang 5 lagi nih. Tapi bagaimana caranya taruh ini sana? Pakai iyo, maksudku bagaimana caranya?
Maybe you're not.
Tidak, maksudku bagaimana caranya, guys? Trouble. Apa ini? Game 4 no ini, Bang. Apa tuh, Bang? Nggak ngerti aku, Bang. Game 4 no ini, Bang. Berarti butuh banyak kayu kita.
If you ever have any.
I got supplies.
Aku nggak ngerti ngomong apa tadi, Mas. Duh, nggak bisa. Rumput-rumput kecil dong. Oh. Kayak gitu deh. Halo, Zhongli.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Bye.
The atmosphere is pleasant, and to my life, in the time that I've your decisions hold.
Wah, saudara. Om ganteng. Bisa Kataro. Sabar. Lama kayaknya pengurusan di sini di dalam ini. Karena motor ada perebutan di sini. Sudah kuduga. Oh, itu tadi dipelajari baru dibikin. Begitu pale. Terbuka di sebagian, mantap.
Of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
Kita keluar. Orang tahu. Mantap. Itu kalau bikinnya di mana ya?
Maybe you're not.
Bangun perabotan. Ini bikinnya di mana nih? Kain. Sering-sering mau pukul kain dari kayu.
If you ever have any.
Bikinnya itu di mana? Ini kan senjata. Ada lain gitu. Iya, mau kak bikin begitu ya? Gimana? Oh. Terus tinggalkannya mana? Tidak ada masalahnya.
I got supplies.
Oh gitu. Begitu pale. Nggak ngerti bang, baru lihat buat rumah-rumah gitu. Iya sumpah nggak tahu misinya kayak gimana. Main lagi lah, Rifat. Main lagi lah, Rifat, ayolah. Banyak sekali event baru. Oke, lama aku tak main, 1 tahun lebih. 2 tahun nih kak. Muka kita sebenarnya. Oke, yes, kami mancing. Akhirnya saya tahu apa fungsinya ini. Kenapa kemarin tidak bisa?
You've got it! You got it! Wow, Pirate's
Wow.
stomach is rumbling already!
Oh, toh lepas ya ada gunanya. Kenapa ada selalu kayak begitu? Baru gak tahu. Kenapa itu banyak-banyak tadi begitu-begitu? Ternyata itu pale. Spesies akan lebih aktif dan berharga dikenal sebagai ikan hias perairan yang berisi jenis ikan ini akan memiliki riak air yang lebih jelas. Oke. Ikan hias bisa dipelihara di kolam renungan awan. Anjir, dalam sertifikat semua. Oke. Oke, mau kak pancing lagi di sana, bagus sekali kayaknya. Oh, bisa pakai pilih. Makan tong itu lemak. Kok dekat-dekatnya. Lama tuh juga ini yang mancing nih. Kok apa ya? Besar ya? Gini. Oh. Beneran kayak gitu. Gini. Gini. Hah? Hah? Oh.
Victory is almost ours! Wow, Pirate's stomach is rumbling already!
Jago kak. Ada bakat kayak yang mancing ini. Mau yang sana. Masuk saya. Berarti beda.
You've got it! You got it! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
Satu pi, yang merah pi belum pi berapa? Ada lagi yang baru guys. Tunggu dulu, saya pakai cacing. Aduh, nggak masuk lagi cacing kah? Guys, masuk lagi cacing kah? Ini be lagi. Itu. Situ kue. Aduh, kayak kira semua batal lah. Nanti merah mana tuntingkan ini merah ya. Wah, itu yang makan.
Yeah, you nearly got him! Whew, that was a tough fight. Victory is almost ours! Paimon thinks you've earned yourself a new title! Favonius Fish Catching Extraordinary! So close, so close! Stay cool! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already! Scry the sky.
Depths. Ah, what an excellent specimen.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires.
Hello! Hello, nice to...
Aku dulu.
Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one...
Aku temanin apa, Bang? Oh ini ya bang, dari tadi ya kamu yang nonton ya bang. Nggak apa-apa aja bang, aku santai aja kok. Siapa sih kamu nih? Baik banget, nonton terus. Padahal gabut banget nih. Wih, udah 4 orang dong. Halo semuanya, sorry ya lagi live gabut. Lagi kerjain quest dunia aja ini. Sorry, siapa tahu kamu ini, siapa tahu kalian garing kan, tanya-tanya aja. Aku juga lagi belajar kok ini, siapa tahu ada yang bisa aku salah jalan gitu kan. Serahkan dokumen terkait kepada GI. Terdapat karakter yang sedang menjalankan quest tidak dapat. Tidak bisa dong. Misalkan yang lain dulu. Halo. Iya bang, ada bang. Halo, ada bang. Kok ada kok. Halo? Halo bang, ada kok. Ada kok.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
Yes, 7. Still. Oh, traveler.
Nggak ada ya suaraku bang.
Hello. We were just discussing.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarder should know.
But we recently... 2 big-time treasure?
Yes.
Wow, Raptor!
You're correct, some say that.
Anyway,
The treasure, despite how they have already...
To this end?
Grand.
Oh, indeed. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers
Iya,
look up to
Bang.
great adventurers. Ah, so,
With the major changes, but anything, so I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a Oh, thank you so much.
good to see this in a...
Udah push lagi dong. Aku baru main balik lagi bang, soalnya Genshin Impact udah lama banget nggak main. Baru kesampaian juga, soalnya PC baru ada, jadi main juga deh. Soalnya di HP berat banget asli. Duit apa? Halo, Assalamualaikum. Hah? Iya. Bentar napa headset kak supaya aku temani Kak. Iya, mana? Halo. Lagi chat-chat kak juga sama viewers. Dari tadi kan teman nih. Iya. Udah tahu namanya garam dah, garam. Nomor yang di pojok kanan bawah. Pojok. Itu apa? Iya, itu apaan bang, serius? Aku baru.
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
Heroku ini aja bang. Hoki kemarin dapat ini om ini nih, Zong nih. Yang tidur kah? Temani ke sini. Itu nomor kalau mau itu nomor kalau mau koop mabar bang. Oh itu toh. Yeah. I love you too. Nggak apa-apa. Pas buka Genshin waktu apa? Pas launchingnya Genshin itu aku main juga bang. Soalnya main tapi cuman sebentar banget sih. Soalnya HP cepat banget panas. Ya misinya sampai di sini aja di Liyue kemarin. Selebihnya nggak ada. Paling pertama tuh dapat langsung ini si Mona nih. Makanya komboku itu Baido kemarin pakai si ini siapa namanya si Chongyun. Baido, Chongyun, Xiangling sama Mona. Nah sekarang pas ada si Zhongli ya udah pakai Zhongli. Lewat dong. Oke, selesai lagi. Halo. Hai, kenapa ya? Twing. Pasti dia game yang minta tuh. Pasti dia game yang minta tuh. Kita kadang tidak ada tuh. Siap, bosku. Pergi ke itu garam nggak tahu siapa ini satu dari tadi ini satu orang nggak tahu siapa, nggak mau ngomong. Oh iya maaf Pak, maaf. Astaga, sorry yang ndak jago kan. Pale. Ya, pergi gitu. Nggak apa-apa, nanti datang lagi tuh. Satu orang mah, nggak tahu ini siapa satu orang. Nggak apa-apa deh, yang penting update jam tayang kok lah.
Are the stars clouded? So too is my spyglass hazy.
Nggak apa-apa kali. Membangun gitu loh. Membangun gitu loh. Halo bang, halo. Yes, 6 orang langsung.
Solidified! Quake!
Sama.
Rise! Hit!
Lola, get them! Nice and spicy.
Bertanya aja bang, kalau ada mau ditanyain. Lagi belajar juga aku ini.
Solidify!
Iya bang, oke banget ini aku dapat nih.
Shadows of fate.
Kalau mau nanya bang, udah lama banget ini aku dapatnya bang. Tahun lalu. Yang zombinya aja yang baru-baru ini. Iya, lagi diteleponin sama pacar. Assalamualaikum. Iya temen.
Delve into destiny. Nice and spicy.
Solidify!
Eyes on me!
This is order.
Decided by destiny.
Back off!
Oh, ada anak kucing ternyata. Kucing abu-abu. Ya bang, besok kayaknya live ini aku bang, live PUBG. Genshinnya nanti lagi kalau ada waktu luang lagi. Halo yang baru masuk, langsung pergi lagi, hati-hati ya. Kalau harus kasih itu pulihkan darahnya. Banyak bilang agak delay. Aku bilang internetnya, karena internetnya yang rusak.
Scry the sky.
Shadows of fate.
Solidify! Stabilize! Crumble!
Enggak bang, baru main aku serius. Baru ada fisik, jadi baru main. Iya, nggak tahu juga tuh apa tuh wit itu. Set apa ini? Oh iya bang, makasih ya bang sudah mampir. Nanti datang lagi bang. Ada semut lihat. Sayang kumur.
Scry the sky.
Ada dong kotak di atas pohon sini. Astagfirullah.
Finding treasure is pretty
Mana nih
exhilarating.
hadiahnya? Astaga, hilang. Tadi hantu-hantu di sini, dekat-dekat sini lagi. Mana sampai? Kak, naik lagi. Apa bikin? Astaga, sudah mau turun, masuk naik. Iya, ngeselin emang ini, naik turun terus ini. Mana lagi deh, di atas dong. Astagfirullah.
We could do with some more fortune.
Ada lagi nih.
Outrider Amber, reporting. Another target tracked down by Outrider.
I can't wait any longer.
Ya bang, ajak semua temannya bang. Apa nanti aja juga. Malam banget ya. Iya main genshin nggak kerasa waktunya. Ternyata udah tengah malam gini. Selesai. Salah. Cari Narzo untuk Narzo. Oh siang hari nanti di botol. Siang. Di atas deh.